Let's create.
Arroz con tocino. And this is like, tocino is like the pork belly, you know. Some are salted, but doesn't have to. If you have it salted, that's fine. Puerto Rico, my grandmother used to cook this. So did my aunt. And I like it because it's such a quick and nice, easy to make. You don't need a lot of side dishes. Some people love it with it's some pink beans stew. I like it simple, like it very simple. Couple eggs, you got to go. In fact, one egg would do it. But I'm going to show you how to do this very quickly, very easy. And let's jump to it. Arroz con tocino, Puerto Rican style. So you're going to cut this into pieces. Sharp knife, of course. And the size of the pieces is up to you. And let me cut it nicely. Some chunks here and there. And some people use bacon. You can do that. I go straight up the way it was done in the island. But if you want to use bacon, that's fine. I go straight with the pork belly, with the actual tocino. Bacon in Spanish is tocineta. Pork belly is tocino. So I go with the actual tocino. You know what I mean? And you don't have to cut a lot. It doesn't have to be overwhelmingly a lot of this stuff. In fact, I don't remember seeing a lot. And that's what it matters. But I'm going to cook a little bit. I have about a cup and 1.5 of rice. So, what can I say? I have my daughter here, so I'm cooking for her and for me. So I'm going to keep it simple and cool. So I'm going to use this caldero. In Puerto Rico, they like to use this kind of caldero. And I had this one for about 25, maybe even 30 years. And what I'm going to do first, you're not going to cook this like the traditional rice, white rice. So I'm not going to be using oil or whatever. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the tocino. You don't need oil because tocino has fat on it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to create my own little grease here. Now the way they did it for my aunt and my grandmother, they didn't brown it like I'm doing. They just put the water, the rice, excuse me, the tocino. And the tocino stayed clear, And when you ate it, you didn't even notice that it was there until you taste it. But this one I'm going to brown a little bit, Once again, my aunt and my grandmother, they just put it there with the rice, cook it, and it was clear. You could see the white of the tocino. It wasn't brown or anything. This one I'm going to brown a little bit because I'm using 1.5 cup rice. I'm going to go with 1 3/4 cup. See, you notice I didn't brown completely the thing. I'm keeping it traditional like my grandmother and my aunt did. I know everybody say my grandmother did it like this and that, but my grandmother was born in 1914 and my aunt is currently 81 years old. So we're talking about tradition here, not some body my age, Hey, I have grandkids and I do it this way, my grandkids. No, I'm talking about somebody that was born in Puerto Rico in 1914. And I'm also talking about somebody that is now 81 years old. So I'm going to add the rice. And frankly, because I'm not cooking a lot, I didn't need to use this. I could have used a smaller pot. Had this a medium high. Let me see how much water, just to show you the amount of water I have versus the rice, because I'm not cooking a lot, I'm cooking a little bit only. Is about, about half an inch. Roll them. So I'm going to let it simmer for a little bit before I reduce the heat to medium and before I cover it. When it starts simmering, because I don't want it burn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the heat to medium. It's simmering a little bit now, so let me reduce the heat to medium. Let me cover it. So as you can see, the rice has reduced, not the rice, but the actual the water has steamed down, the steam of the water. So it's kind of drying up. So what you do is you start moving it. You stir a little bit. Cover again. For about 3 or so minutes before you stir again. After about a minute, actually, I didn't left it there for 3 because I don't want the bottom to burn. I don't need pegao, which is that burn bottom. What I want is this cooked nicely. So about a minute later or so, I've been stirring it for about a minute or two, carefully, making sure this is cooked nicely. But as I said, I don't want pegar the bottom for this particular one. This baby looks done. I want medium-sized rice. See how nice and grainy. Nice.